All right,
I would.
let's talk Raheem Morris. When the Niners signed him, there was a huge sigh of relief that they didn't
I love it.
sign Gus Bradley. They got brought in Morris, who I think a lot of people like. He's been around a long time. He's been head coach a few times. Dante Whitner doesn't like the
I
hire. He went on a rant. He had all kind of numbers. He made a compelling case. So why don't we do both sides? Pros and
okay.
cons of Raheem Morris, starting with the pros, of course.
He's phenomenally flexible.
Flexible,
Yeah.
flexibility.
I think he can run any scheme at a very high level. He's very intelligent. He's not afraid to change things up if they aren't working. Um, I think he's phenomenal. I think he's a perfect guy that you'd want to work with Kyle because he's one of those guys that could slash most likely will run the wide nine. Um, and I think if it doesn't work, he's one of those guys that'll pivot, and Kyle will actually listen to like, dude, it's not working. We need to do this. Like, let's just try it, and he'll try it, and it might work, and
Here's what concerns me about Raheem Morris. Then we'll get back to the pros because he does have. I want to, and then you can rebut these.
yes,
For a guy who's been around a while, he doesn't have like a top 10 defense on his resume,
mm-hmm.
and well, there's that.
Yeah. So wasn't the Rams? I mean, the
Oh,
Rams.
the other thing is that like the other big thing he has going for him is that he's Kyle's friend.
Yes, sure, he is Kyle's friend,
Yeah,
but it seems like like when he got hired by the whatchamacallit, when he got hired by the Falcons, every single person that has ever like played for him or worked with him was like deserved. This guy has been he should have had this for like
people
years
like
and
him.
years and years. Yes.
Yeah,
He's very well liked. And I think that that's something Kyle needs. I think people really, really, really underestimate. Kyle needs a guy that players get along with because, in my opinion, Kyle is not a guy that players like get along with like they do a Sala or a Morris or a Schwartz, where they're like, this is my guy, this is my friend, in that kind of energy. And I think that's why the Niners have so much success with a Sala, a D'Amico, or I assuming a Raheem Morris. Because like look at Sorensen, someone that has like a similar demeanor, or a Wilkes, someone that has a similar demeanor. They don't have anyone to give them that juice. And when you have a Raheem, a D'Amico, a Sala, the defense is automatically better no matter how many injuries they have, no matter how many guys go down, because it really is something that affects teams. And I think people just ignore it. But like Raheem Morris, right? He didn't have a top 10 defense with the Rams. Like that was Dante Whitner's big points. They went from one of the best defenses to not that good. Their playoff run, though, they only allowed 11 with the Cardinals, 27 with the Tom Brady Bucks, which was a good team, and then 17 Niners, 20 the Bengals, who was an incredible offense. So when it mattered, that defense showed up.
here's what I think is interesting about this hire to me is all year we were talking about what a great job Robert Saleh was doing, right?
Yeah.
Wow, he's saving this team. Where would they be without Robert Saleh? Wow, look what he's able to do with all these, with this defense that's decimated.
Yeah.
But what he did was play very conservative, bend but don't break. They were last in the league in sacks and second to last league in interceptions. But we felt like he did the best he could. If Kyle felt Saleh did the best he could and was happy with that defense that we praised so much last year, he would have hired Gus Bradley. Because Gus Bradley would have ran it back and done the same thing. Raheem Morris is not going to do the same thing. Chris Sims broke it down. He's like, yeah, it'd be nice if the Niners defense could actually, make some plays so that the offense didn't have to bail him out all the time. Those were his words. So what's enticing about Morris is this last year, Falcons were second in sacks with 57, and they were up there in interceptions with 16. And so it'd be great to have that element back on the Niners. But the way he generates those plays is by bringing pressure, which is something Saleh didn't do. And it's something that Kyle didn't seem like he wanted to do. And when Wilkes did it and got burned one time, I mean, he was done. So I wonder if if Kyle will actually let Morris bring pressure. Otherwise, he's just going to be doing like a a solid impression like Bradley.
Yeah. And I am interested. I like his versatility. I like the fact that, unlike Gus Bradley, right, that he does offer that where he has done multiple different styles of defense. He's not just like going to copy what Saleh did. And if it doesn't work, you're like Sorensen. If it doesn't work, we're stuck with it anyways because I don't really know how to do anything else. Whereas Raheem Morris, like if it doesn't work, Raheem Morris could be like, all right, let's maybe switch this to what I was running in Atlanta. Or let's switch this to what I was running with Fangio. Or let's switch this to what I was running in LA. Like he can try and marry defenses together to make it work with what we have.
You know what Saleh would say though, privately. If you're
What?
super versatile, then there's nothing you do well.
Yeah, well, Saleh's in Tennessee, so.
Yeah, good point. You know what I would have done? I would have made him the head coach.
Who?
Saleh. I think
I
that
wouldn't have.
I think a
wouldn't
big reason the Niners went from 6-11 to 12-5 is him and
Dude.
Brant Boyer, who he brought.
Grant, Kyle just had his best season yet. He
Was
is
it
like
Kyle, though, or
unanimously.
was it
Yes, it
Saleh?
was Kyle.
It was? Are you sure?
Yes.
His offense wasn't that great?
Yes. I think Kyle's biggest blind spot is quarterback. I think if we pick on Kyle.
What about running back? What about his usage of Christian all year? What about his wide receivers?
Who else
You
should he
run
have
faster.
Used? Who should he have used? Jawan?
You just complained about not using Jordan Watkins
I agree.
5 minutes ago.
I think, yes, I do think he should. But would Saleh have used Jordan Watkins?
Absolutely.
Did we not see Saleh's
Hold on,
offense?
let me call Saleh real quick. Hold on. Hey, hold on.
Did we not see his offense in New York? It was abysmal. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Robert? How you doing? Hey, if you were the Niners head coach this last year, would you have used Jordan Watkins more than Kyle did?
No, sorry. Running bleachers. See ya.
That is very interesting. That is interesting. Thank you for your answer. I appreciate you. Wow. If only I could tell you what he said. Wow.
Dude, crazy. No. Did we not see his offense in New York? Come on. Well, he did nothing.
Yeah, but now he's got Dayball.
Yeah. You know who this team of egotistical divas would not respond well to is someone like Dayball. Could you imagine Brandon Ayuk and Dayball locked in a room for 30 minutes, seeing what happens?
I was at the Radio Row today, and it's always interesting to me, like, which players are there. It's like, oh, now you want to talk to the media? Like, now you want to be interviewed? So guess who was there? Probably Juszczyk.
Oh. Well, yeah. I mean, he really needs his attention. He's trying to get back on the Niners, so he's going to act. Why don't they just hire him as an assistant running backs coach?
I've never seen a guy want to talk more than him. It's like, what are they going to ask you, man? You had 20 touches last year. Why do you have to talk?
Why don't you interview him?
That's a good question, man.
I think you guys would be electric together.
I would like to ask him about the substation. Like, hey, man, you don't like me at all, but you also were skeptical about this thing, and I'm kind of advocating for you. So, like, do you want to talk about it? But
you think,
hey, man, ask me about football. Okay.
So, Grant, why don't you think I'm that good?
I saw Matt Ryan today. I saw Kirk Cousins today.
Oh, the next 49er backup?
I saw Christian McCaffrey. He was everywhere today.
Well, yeah, he's got nothing else to do.
Do you think he gets paid to be there, or he's like, you know what? I want to go talk to the media all day?
I think he's starting to kind of move because, like, with his wife, I think he's starting to move towards like celebrity.
Is that what happens when you hit 30 and you're like, you know what? I got to start lining up my next.
Bro, I would
talking to the media.
Yeah, he's like, I don't have much longer. There's no way I'm getting a contract after this one.
I saw Jaden Daniels today, and he was legit with his mom, dude. That's not a joke. Like, she is a helicopter parent. And can I just say something? That's cute when you're a rookie. He's entering his third year. I think it's time. It's almost like a Lonzo Ball situation, man. Like, I think it's time, man. I don't know. Yeah. Tell me, like, hey, mom, I'm gonna do this one by myself. And I'll tell you how it went, and we can talk about it later. And I'll get you dinner.
I do love how much Jerry gets into these
interviews. Jerry's there? Why are you there? You're in your 60s, man. Like, go home.
Dude, I love it.
He's at every Niners game.
Bro, he loves the attention. He's like, let's do it. He always brings his rings out. He's always flexing something. Yeah.
Marcus Peters was there, and so Marcus Peters from Oakland, and I go to this Orange Theory, and the dude who's like the coach is from Oakland, and they know each other. So I was talking about him the other day, and he's like, he knows Marcus Peters' older brother. So I ran over to Marcus, and I was like, "Hey, Marcus," and I forgot that Marcus like is not friendly at all, and he like made eye contact with me and like walked away. And I was like, "No, like my trainer is this guy named Elliot who knows your brother, and do you know him?" And he goes, without looking at me, out stopping, he goes, "Yeah, probably," and just walks away. I remember I was talking to my trainer about him the other day. I was like, "Hey man, like, you know Marcus Peters? Is he cool? He seems cool." And he's like, "Nah, man, he's with the shits."
Okay.
Nah, man, he's not cool. He's with the shits. What are you talking about? He talked hella shit when he was 8 years old. I was like, "Ah, checks out."
Yeah, he doesn't seem very friendly. But that
I
makes
saw
for
my
a good
friend Tyson
TV.
Ross, former MLB pitcher with the Padres and the A's. He was there. I went to high school with him.
How
That was
was
tight.
it?
Great to see him. Gave him a hug. I saw Fred Warner. He gave me a hug. He said, "Mr. Grant."
Did he really give you a hug?
He did. He gave me a hug. Fred's like a real one.
Yeah. Fred knows
Fred's a
you
real
know
one.
ball. Fred
Like
knows you
George,
know ball.
George will shout me out at a press conference, but if I saw him there, I bet he'd be like, "I don't know you."
But Fred's like, he's a man of the people.
He's a man of the people.
Has Fred ever
Brock
said like
Purdy was there. I saw Brock Purdy there, and
did
he was
not
in
say
one of
hi
those.
to
Do you ever
you.
see those like things where you get in like a phone booth and there's dollar bills and there's like they're all like they're like
Okay,
like,
yeah.
like they're kind of like
Is that
flying
what
around.
Brock
You
was
have to catch
doing?
many as you can. So he did that.
Oh.
It was a Toyota thing.
Did you say hi? Of course it was. All the dude is a walking advertisement.
Who pays him more, Toyota or the Niners? Because he's
Toyota.
constantly repping Toyota.
Bro, he's like when he wore the Toyota-thon jacket. That's why I thought it was so funny.
He was wearing the Toyota-thon jacket.
Christian guy's going to take a pay cut. This brother has been in every commercial he could get in. Like, what are we talking about? Yeah, for the Lord. So he could tithe more. Yeah, so he could tithe extra.
I'm trying to think who else I saw. I saw Kurt Warner.
Did you see Brandon Ayuk?
TJ Ushmanzada.
Brandon?
Did you see
Brandon?
Marcus Allen? Just a bunch of. It's like, what are you doing here?
Patrick Mahomes?
Patrick Willis? No, not Patrick Mahomes.
Brandon Ayuk?
Bijan Robinson?
Deebo Samuel?
Victor Cruz? No, I didn't see Deebo. It's like, Victor Cruz, what are you doing here? I remember you.
Mario Manningham? Like,
I didn't see Mario Manningham. Would have been fun.
Dude, how are you doing?
You made that one catch that one time. Remember that? Yeah. That was awesome. That was so awesome, bro.
David Tyree
says, Whitner is also adamant about bringing Deebo back, which you're against. So should his word be the end all be all of freaking? I don't freaking know. Man, hold on. So a guy has an opinion about one thing that you disagree with, so that all of his opinions should now be. I don't have to agree with Dante about everything. He made good points about one thing, which he happens to have expertise about. He played defense for Vic Fangio. If he wants Deebo back, he can be wrong. I'm wrong sometimes.
I think him and Deshaun Goldson are getting so cringe. They're talking like they were the best safety duo in NFL history. These guys yap so much now on Twitter. I just sit there and I'm like, dude, you guys were not that good. When Dante Whitner and Goldson were playing, I was in high school.
Okay.
I was watching them get torched constantly. And then Dante Whitner would lay a big hit, and everyone's like, "Oh,
Whitner!" Yeah, he had that one hit against Pierre Thomas in the divisional round, or what I call wildcard round.
Like
Deshaun Goldson was legitimately really good.
He was good, but it's like
he was good.
Like they were Cam Chancellor and Earl Thomas back there.
That's true. They were
wreaking havoc.
They weren't. No,
like they got cooked on a lot of occasions.